Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I'm here for the final live stream of the day. Let me just see if I can pull it up here on this phone. I love this curtain. I just love it. But I love velvet. It's the little things. Um, okay, first person we have here is T. Yvette for love. First thing that comes up around your love life is happiness. No longer feeling stuck in the mud, feeling like things are moving forward. You have a couple of people here. You could have a very ambitious Taurus come in, or you could have a Taurus, but also a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries around you. Things move forward in your love life quickly, growth and transformation. Balance comes back into your life in general and feeling like the world is at your feet. There could be a Scorpio here who may be new energy that you haven't met yet. So that's positive too. Let's see, where are we? Sister, how does he feel tonight? Okay. How does he feel tonight? Okay. I don't think that he's thrilled with whatever went on today in his life. He may have had a tower moment or something may have been unpleasant, and he feels undecided, like he doesn't know what to do right now. He also feels like he was served an injustice. I don't think any of that has to do with you. I think that has to do with what's going on in his life. When it comes to you, he may be connecting, or you may be feeling him around you with through a psychic kind of a link. Your intuition is spot on, so listen to it. And it may be slow and steady between the two of you. Communication should come in from him relatively soon. It also looks like he's been thinking a lot about things in general. Yeah, something may not have went well tonight or today. Stephanie, how did T feel of me not texting him today for Turkey Day? How did T feel of me not texting him today for Thanksgiving? Well, his energy is a little bit of I kind of felt bad about it, or it was something that he noticed. He took notice that he didn't hear from you, but he still had a good day, and he felt like maybe it was for the best that he just do whatever it was that he was doing today. I don't think he spent a whole lot of time thinking about it, but he definitely noticed. Talia, I may have a general for tomorrow. Sure. General for tomorrow. Tomorrow, listen to your intuition. Intuition should be spot on. You might be laying down the law, stepping into your own power, but that's fine. It serves you well. It also looks like you could get some respect around work or feeling a little bit more appreciated. The weight of the world seems to slip off your shoulders. Intuition is spot on. If you get like a hunch one way or another, follow it, especially when it comes to love. You've got good luck coming in around your love life tomorrow. Ashley, future on love. Future on love. Okay. You've got a soulmate connection coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, a soulmate connection's on the horizon. If you are with someone right now, current relationship, soulmate connection, and it moves forward. If you're not with anyone, you've got a Sagittarius coming in. You also have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Love is not free from burden, though. There's a lot of weight around love around you, so it might not be super easy, and you may still be kind of getting over either a heartbreak or some sort of a tower moment that you had in the recent past. But ultimately, you're not holding yourself back, and love is moving forward with a soulmate connection relatively soon. You have a Sagittarius here, but there's also a Capricorn, so it could be a Sagittarius born on the Capricorn cusp, or these could be two different people that enter. Either way, love life moves forward. It's just, it's not free from burden, which usually soulmate relationships aren't free from burden. So, anyway, Adriana, what did he feel about us today? Okay, how did he feel about us today? How did he feel about us today? He actually felt very good. He was listening to his intuition. He felt successful. There's like good creative energy around the two of you. Forward movement, balance. He felt good today. Today was a good day. Talia, what is B planning? What is B planning? Well, he's a little slow. He's got slow and steady, and the Chariot in reverse is like maybe he's having trouble getting out of his own way, but he will be listening to his intuition, and he could be presenting you with an offer that would be hard to refuse. Being guided by the divine, you should feel like he's putting in more effort. He's coming to you with either putting in as much effort into the relationship as you are, or he's showing you more respect, and you've got good luck around this situation. Excuse me, things should move forward. You should be spending time together doing something possibly of the creative nature. Page of Cups could be doing some kind of a creative hobby together, or some kind of a creative, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's creative. I always think of, I don't know why it comes to mind. I don't even know if they're open right now. Those places, I've never gone to them, but I hear that they're really fun, where you paint and you drink wine. I don't know why, but Page of Cups reminds me of that. Anyhow, he's got stuff, he's planning stuff, or he's having a hard time getting out of his own way, but he does get out of his own way. Something's coming. So frustrating when the Knight of Cups, I mean, not the Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles followed by the Chariot in reverse is like, oh my God, just do something. New chapter. What does the future hold for me and Philip? There's happiness coming in around this relationship, and both of you look like you're prepared for it. Might have to have a little bit of patience. The timing may not be there just yet. Who knows? Might have something to do with COVID and the lockdowns, but you get to where you need to go. Relationship moves forward. Taking time for rest, relaxation, recharging your batteries. That even may be something that you do together. Balance comes into the relationship along with passion. And there's success around this relationship. There's a lot of potential here. Adriana, what did my friend tell him about me? I don't know specifically, like I can't give you like a specific conversation, I don't know. But it looks like your friend might have told him that you're very creative, you're very loyal, and you make a good loyal friend who's very patient and compassionate. And I don't think that she told him or he told him anything that he didn't already know. It may have just been, you know, like complimentary things that was said in like a kind of off the cuff kind of a way. Like, I don't think that your friend went over to him and specifically said, I want you to know that Adriana is very nice. You know, I think it was kind of like, oh, she's, you know, she's a wonderful person. She's so loyal. We've been friends forever. Like, it was kind of like very light. The energy around the conversation was very light. Whatever it was, I think it was positive. Sister, are his feelings for me Fading with no contact in the last week. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Not at all. Let's see. No, his feelings aren't fading. He's actually been thinking about things a lot, I think. Adriana, is he falling in love with me? He could be. Yeah, I mean, he's got feelings. I'm not going to say that he's in love with you yet, but there are feelings there and there's potential. Lydia, Obed reminding me how it's only fun feels like he's pushing me away. What's next? I know that that's the way it feels for you, but I actually think that it's his way of saying, like I said before, it's his way of saying, I'm enjoying this. I don't want this to stop, but I'm not 100% ready to make a commitment yet. So I think coming from his point of view, he's trying to make it like he wants you to know that he's happy. He's just not 100% in, which is fine because this is relatively new. And I would rather have somebody be honest and be not ready and be honest about it than make a commitment and it's only words. You know what I mean? Like somebody could give you a commitment, yeah, I'm committed to you, but then you don't hear from them, or they're out with this person, or they're lying to you, but they just tell you what you want to hear. He's being honest. And it's almost like a lot for him to say that because he really means it. Like he is having fun. He is enjoying it. He's not saying that to you because he thinks that it's like, you know, well, I got nothing better to do, so let's just hang out and whatever happens, happens. It's not like that. He doesn't mean for it to sound like that. I know that that's the way it feels, but that's not what he means. You may have to have a little bit of patience with him. Soulmate connection could come. I mean, this could be a soulmate connection. He may not be ready for that yet, and that's okay. There's more to come from this situation. You're going to see him again. Listen to your intuition. And there may be something that you guys are doing. You have a creative thing and you also have an adventurous thing. So there may be different things that you guys are doing together. I know exactly what you mean, but I don't think that that's the way he intends for it. I think it's almost as if he's saying, just give me a minute to get myself together. I don't want this to end. Just give me a minute. Let me get there. I mean, believe me, I totally understand how you feel, but I don't think that he means it like that. Because usually, right, the person wouldn't, no, first of all, no, I'm like 99% sure that he's not meaning it the way that you're taking it. Although I totally understand why you would take it that way. Butterfly. When will H and Bella get together? When will H and Bella get together? They could, well, there's a chance that they see each other sometime this week, possibly again sometime next week. I mean, I don't know where their relationship is right now, but there's something that comes up this week and then something that comes up again next week. Tiva, general for me and T. General for me and T. Okay, you should be feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain and like his attention is abundant. Things change for the better quickly, and the sun comes out over this relationship. Not seeing a ton of love yet, but that's okay. There still should be forward movement, and you should feel like the world is at your feet. I'm wondering what sign he is. Was he one of the signs that showed up earlier? Because things could be moving forward with this guy, especially with the sun card. That's very positive. Adriana, future with him. Adriana, future with him. Things could move forward with balance and ambition. You've got balance, ambition, success, a little bit of adventure. He's got a lot of respect for you, and he could be meeting you halfway. There's plenty of potential for this relationship. This can go places, this relationship. Let's see what happens. And it could happen pretty quickly. Liz, if I gave Jimmy the Sagittarius a chance, how would it go? Okay, let's see. Things would go pretty well. I mean, there's good karma around the situation. Things change for the better fast. Happiness comes out around the situation. Love interest could be there. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children. Things can move forward pretty quickly with him. I would give it a chance, or at least, explore the connection a little bit. Yeah. Imperfect Shorty. Is Eric the Capricorn using me? Okay, let's see. A little bit. A little bit. It's like his intentions are not to use you. It comes off like that. I would give the relationship a little bit of time, because you know what? He does think about things, and it does show here that this relationship can strengthen and things could move forward. I would give it a little bit of time. Let's see how it turns out. It's like it comes off like he's using you, but I think that he's like thinks about it, and he doesn't mean for things to be like that. And the relationship could strengthen, in a little bit of time. Before the end of the year, I'd give it a little bit of time and see if things work themselves out. I don't think that his intention isn't to use you, but it's almost as if he doesn't, like, in the moment, he doesn't really think about it, and like he thinks about it afterwards. Four of Cups. He contemplates things afterwards, but in the moment, things could change here. Yeah, things could move forward with the Chariot. I would give it a little bit of time. If you're still feeling this way like at the beginning of the year, then you may want to rethink things. But give it a little bit of time. See if it works itself out. Tara, current job coming in the next few months. You could have a couple of opportunities over the next few months. It looks like the hard work that you put out into the universe is finally coming back to you. You may have a couple of options when it comes to work. You may even be thinking about starting your own business or doing a side business or something. You should be okay, work-wise. Sepia, me, and Ramel. All right, you might be feeling like you've had just about enough of this, But just when you get to that point, things could move forward. And here he comes with a love offer. And you guys may have a soulmate connection that you just haven't gotten there yet. Does look like you have some good justice coming in or some good karma coming back to you when it comes to love. Listen to your intuition. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The Sun card is here. It could take a little bit of time to work the kinks out, but if you give this relationship a little bit more time, let's see where it goes. Once again, like I always say, sometimes like you got to give things a little bit of time, but if you get to the point where you really feel like, you know, I just don't want to be in this anymore, or I'm just not getting out of it what I need, you can always make that choice to, you know, shut that door and move on to something else. But I don't know, I would give it at least a couple of more weeks. Paris T. Does Andrew the Pisces have feelings for me? All right, let's see. I think so, yeah. Yep, I would say there is an interest there. Tiffany, what's coming to me? What is coming to me? Okay, slow and steady wins the race, but you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in, and you've got peace and serenity coming into your life. You also have a fire sign coming in that may be significant. Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. Got money coming in, Nine of Pentacles. That could be money is flowing to you a little bit more abundantly between now and the end of the year. And you're heading towards all 10 cups being full. You might not be there yet, but you're stepping into your own strength. Passion is coming in. Now, the passion that comes in could be around love, it could be around work, it could be around career, whatever it is, but life starts to feel like, this is going to sound dumb, but it's almost like, it feels like a color is coming back to life. Like it reminds me of, maybe because it was on tonight, The Wizard of Oz. You know how it's all black and white? She steps out into the colored world. It's like color comes back with the passion. So it could be around work, it could be around career, it also could be around love. I don't know where the passion comes in, but it's coming in, and that's good. Butterfly. What are K's current feelings towards H? Well, I think that she cares very much about him. It's like she seems very focused on him. She's got good luck around her, but she may feel like there was a lot of disappointment around this relationship or around him and her. She may even feel like he's betrayed her, and she could feel like there's a long road ahead of healing that has to be done. I don't know where they are in their relationship right now, but she plans on going back with him or being back with him. That relationship may need some healing, or she may have to do some healing. Sepia, me and Derek. You could have an argument with him. You may have an argument coming up, and you might feel very disappointed in him. Yeah, he may be feeling very stuck in the mud, and you just might not be feeling anything for him at all anymore. There could be, like, you may just feel like, I'm so past this, I'm so over it. And what's going to happen is he's going to feel regret about the way this has turned out. He may not be feeling it yet, but the love cup will be full for him towards you. And you may be like, you know what, you got bad karma. Yeah, I think at some point he's going to come back to you, and he's going to want to try to fix everything, and you're just going to be so over it. Imperfect Shorty. Maybe he's just dependent on me because I'm always there. Well, you know, thing is that in any relationship, I don't care if it's like a parent child or sisters or whatever, or best friends, every relationship has, like, depending on what's going on in each other's life, sometimes one person has got to be there more for the other person, and vice versa. Like, there was a time in my life where my group of friends, like, all of us, like, girls at the time, one of my friends had a really hard time holding a job. She just couldn't hold a job. So when she didn't have money, like, we would pick up the tab for her because we wanted her to be with us, right? And and it happened. I mean, she had a hard time holding a job for years, and sometimes we would get fucking annoyed, but we still did it because we were her friends and we wanted her to be around. Otherwise, she wouldn't have come out. And like, this was like, like your 20s, when you're always going out and doing stuff. And then years later, right, when she became a cop, she was in an accident at work and she got a settlement. And with the money from the settlement, she wanted to travel, and I couldn't afford to travel, but I had the time to take off work. And then the situation changed, because then she paid for the trips. I mean, I brought spending money, but like, she would pay for the hotels and she would pay for the airline tickets if we were going someplace crazy. So it changes. Sometimes you're always there for one person because that's the role you're playing at that moment, but it can change at another point, and then the balance can come back another way. It's just the way relationships are. So if you're always there, like, I think that that's good. I don't think that that's bad, and I don't think that that means that he's using you. There may be a point in your life where you might need him to be there for you, and then hopefully he will be, and then that's how the relationship works. Like, there's some times where, yeah, like, I would be glad to pay for something for somebody so that they could come because I had the money. And if I have the money, thank God I have it, right? And same thing with my friend. She was like, you know what, I want to go traveling, I want you to come with me, I'll just pay for it because then I can go. And so that's the way it works. Like, things just kind of ebb and flow. So right now you may be putting in more effort than he is, but that doesn't always mean it's a bad thing. um Sepia, general, just been feeling so depressed lately. Yeah, a lot of people have been feeling depressed. But, I mean, look at everything that's going on. First of all, it gets dark now at 4 o'clock. So that right there is a lot. That's not easy, right? The darkness. It's starting to get cold, which isn't easy either. And then you've got things being locked down and shut down, so you can't even, like, go to the movies. I mean, I don't know if you can, but I don't think we can here. Um, Bars are closing at 10 o'clock. I mean, when I used to go out, we didn't go out until after 10 o'clock. So how could you not feel depressed? Even if everything was perfect, you still, I mean, you can't really go anywhere, because if you go anywhere, you got to come home and quarantine. So it's like, let me go away for 2 days, but then I got to quarantine for 2 weeks. Why bother? So, there's a lot happening right now that isn't, or making us depressed. I mean, you do have divine timing around you. So things at some point, like, one thing can shift and then everything else may just fall into place nice and easy. But you might have an argument. This could come up with Sagittarius. Sharp words around a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And you may be feeling disconnected when it comes to love. I mean, look, I don't know who can be feeling really connected to anything right now. I mean, everything is just so up in the air. I mean, there is disappointment around you, but at some point, relatively soon, you should be feeling like, hey, I've made it to the top of the mountain. I can breathe a sigh of relief. I've got love, money, abundance, fertility around me, and my life is moving forward. It's just like everything is just taken so long. And not only is everything taking so long, but you don't find out until you get to that place that now it gets delayed again. Like, well, who was it that I was talking to now? Shit, I can't remember what it was. I know that I was saying that football was delayed until the spring, but there was something else that got delayed. But it didn't get delayed. Like, it's like it was supposed, something was supposed to start. I don't remember if it was a sports thing. Shit, I can't remember what it was. Anyway, whatever it was supposed to say, it was supposed to start November 1st. It's like it's going to start November 1st, right? Until October 31st when you get the notice that it's not starting until February. You know, so it's like everyone's looking forward to these things, and then you get to that date and then it gets canceled and postponed. But it's not like you know in advance. So everybody keeps getting let down by everything. And it's little things, you know, like looking forward to like going back to school. Like a lot of kids I know were looking forward to going back to school, and now they're not going back to school. Or they went back to school and then the school closed down again. You know, it's like everything is so uncertain. So it's hard to, you know, it's hard to be positive and stay positive when look at the world that we're living in right now, which is totally upside down and backwards and crazy. Tiffany, who's coming towards me? Okay. Who's coming towards me? Somebody from your past, Six of Cups. Then you also have a Scorpio coming in. Listen to your intuition. And Aries is coming in too. Love, chastity. Is KP trying to get me pregnant? Okay, listen. Nobody can get you pregnant unless you allow them to. So that's in your control, not theirs. Usually, that's not usually something that men do. But let's see what the cards say. But once again, 100% woman is in control of that. I mean, there is nothing that can, that, you know, there's no way that he can get you pregnant without you allowing it. So if you don't want to get pregnant, make sure that you take precautions and you're okay. Let's see what the cards say. Is KP trying to get me pregnant? I'm only getting a 33% chance, yes. But if you think that he may be, and that is not something that you want, I would be extra careful just in case. Michelle, love for the rest of the year. Love for the rest of the year for Michelle. You got some nice stuff happening. You have a wish around love, first of all, and listen to your intuition. You have a couple of options coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, Pisces is here, so is an Aquarius. There's also a Sagittarius, and these people all look like they're new energy. Wheel of Fortune is here, which means that you've got good luck coming in around your love life. Now, if you're already with someone, listen to your intuition. There's a wish around the current relationship, and current relationship should move forward. You've got happiness coming in around your love life. Although it may take time to settle into a relationship, might not happen before the end of the year where you get a commitment, but you have plenty of opportunity coming in. And it also looks like the world is at your feet. So put out into the universe exactly what you want in a partner, because that person could show up. Love, chastity. Am I pregnant or will I be soon? Well, you know, once again, the pregnancy thing. It's free will. If you want to get pregnant and there's nothing that is holding you back, just have a conversation with your partner and try. I mean, it's not that hard to get pregnant if you give it a shot. Thing is that the cards are going to give you a percentage, and every month you have the opportunity. So it's hard to lock into when exactly it's going to happen, because the opportunity is there every month. It's free will whether or not you pursue that. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3. You could, I mean, you could get pregnant soon. Yeah, you got a 70% chance. I mean, you could be pregnant already. You could also be pregnant soon. If you're looking to have a child, I would have a conversation with your partner and just work on trying, because it's not going to be hard for you to get pregnant. Not at all. Not with a 70% chance. See, that's the thing. Like with pregnancy, it's a free will thing, right? Because if you don't want to get pregnant, you don't have sex. That's it. I mean, you could take precautions, but the bottom line, if you are 100% sure you don't, like I have a friend, she's like, I don't want kids. She's like, I'll put myself in a whole body condom. She's like, there is no way that I'm having kids. Since the day I know her, actually, I have 2 friends like that. Since the day I know both of them, neither one of them want kids. And they will, she's like, if there was a kid running down the street after me, she's like, I would run fast. That was just her thing, right? She just does not want kids. Neither one of them. But the opportunity is there every month. So it's like avoiding that time is easy, right? Because it's only a couple of days. But you got to be careful. Otherwise, it can happen. And it can happen pretty easily. And vice versa. If you really want to have a child, it's simple. All you need to do, have a conversation, make sure you're both on the same page. And that can happen very quickly, especially with the 70% chance. Like, it could happen before the end of the year. That's pretty good. Butterfly. Will H choose Bella or K? All right, here's the thing with the idea of having choices. He will choose the person who is least needy. And that's really what it comes down to. So the energy of the situation, right? When you put somebody in a situation where they have to pick between 2 people, they have all the power. So let's put it like this. Bella is not in control of her life if her idea is, I've got to wait to be chosen. So if she's waiting to be chosen, she's not going to get chosen. That's just the way the energy works. Because she needs to be the one that's manifesting her life. She's got to be looking at the situation as if I'm choosing him. If she's looking at the situation like, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me, she's not going to get chosen. Now, I worked in a school where we used to have a science guy come in, right? And he used to always say, if you scream, pick me, pick me, pick me, I promise you I'm not going to pick you. That's the answer. So whoever is least needy, who's putting out the most positive self-worth, is the person that gets chosen because their energy is more attractive. The energy of the person who is not begging for someone's attention gets chosen. Now, if he's the one that's doing the choosing, he does have choices around him. We already know that. There's a couple of people around him. And he does have a love connection coming in. I can't tell you 100%. I mean, Bella comes up stronger at this point, but that could change because once again, it's a free will thing. But anytime you have this question that it's like, who gets chosen or who's the chosen one, the person who's the least needy, who has the least amount of resistance around the situation is the person that gets chosen. So if Bella is obsessing over him and like looking at the phone, when is he going to call? When's he going to call? What do you think he likes this? You think he likes that? What should I do? Should I buy him a birthday present? Should I buy him this, that? Then that energy, that just builds a ton of resistance, puts him on a pedestal, and she doesn't get chosen. And the same with the other girls. It's the same thing. It's the person that cares the least and the energy is able to flow. That's the person that gets chosen because they're more attractive. Their energy is more attractive. It has nothing to do with physical looks. It has nothing to do with what color lipstick you're wearing or what color your hair is. It has everything to do with an energy thing. And as humans, we tend to want what we can't have, and we tend to gravitate towards people that are not so needy. So, you know how they say, don't be so available. So anyway, I mean, I can't tell you exactly because I'm not in either of these people's heads, and I can't read through people, but right now the energy around Bella comes up a little stronger. Michelle, what's coming in general for the rest of 2020? This has been one hell of a year. Really. You have some feeling prepared and feeling prepared, feeling like you're being guided by the divine for financial stability and good business relationships with long-term potential, which is nice. Feeling like some of the hard work you've put out into the universe is finally coming back to you, listening to your intuition. Oh, excuse me. Intuition is heightened and strong between now and the end of the year. I think you have a lot of nice things happening around business. 2020 was supposed to be the year where everything gets exposed for exactly what it is. I think as we move into 2021 and we start to move in towards the age of Aquarius, I think things are going to start to fall into place for those people that have done the work. And I really believe that you've done a lot of work this year, just over the last few months with the things that we've read on. So I think you're going to be okay moving into 2021. I think the rest of 2020 is more about like business and money and that kind of stuff, and it all looks positive. But we're shifting. There's no doubt that things are shifting. And I think that the people that have done their work and that are opening up their eyes to certain situations that may have been painful, but they've looked at the situations for what they are. They've dealt with them and they're moving forward. I think those people are going to have a much easier time. And I think that you're one of those people. So I think you're on the right track. Anthony, what is the future? The future do you see for between the two? Well, this is what I think is going to happen. Let's see what the cards say. And then I'll give you my 2 cents. Yeah. The cards agree with me. Once you get involved with that Cancer, right, and things start to move forward, the world is at your feet, no longer waiting for your ship to come in. That, the Capricorn, when you get involved with that Capricorn, that's when the Cancer is going to come back and putting in hard work. I think things are going to move forward for you in that Capricorn. And when that happens, you might lose total interest in the Cancer. And then that's when the Cancer is going to come back. But then once again, that goes back to the energy. Once your life has moved forward and you kind of detach from that Cancer, it's the same thing like I was saying about the other 2 girls. Once you've detached and you're on to something else, that's energetically when the Cancer is going to take notice. It's just the way it works. Really frustrating that it works like that, but that's the way it works. And if you look back on your life, we all have been in situations where that's happened. Where finally you got over someone, you were like, whatever, I'm moving on to this now, and then all of a sudden that person comes back. It always happens. It's annoying, but it happens. Cade, how is Gabriel currently feeling about me? He's been thinking about you an awful lot. There's love interest here. I don't know where you guys are in the situation, but Knight of Cups could be rekindling an old love affair, or it could be a new interest. I don't know where you are in the relationship. Thinks that you're smart, attractive, intelligent, has a lot of respect for you. Thinks that you're unique, creative, hardworking. It's like there's celebration around a soulmate connection. Let's see what happens here. I don't know where you guys are in the situation, but... And he maybe have been thinking a lot about you lately. Priscilla. General love reading for the next 2 weeks. Okay, let's see. General reading for the next 2 weeks. you could have some choices coming in. Regret and negativity is moving into the past. Choices in the near future. Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that could be a soulmate connection. It may be somebody brand new who you have not met before. Feeling prepared for a new beginning, which is just what you're going to get. Being guided by the divine to a new journey. Could be another soulmate connection that may come in with the Pisces. I think you have new energy coming in around you in the next couple of weeks. Sepia did one from Mel. And Adriana, what can I know? You should be starting a new journey and a new beginning. Makes you feel like the world is at your feet, paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Love may be flourishing. It also looks like you're setting up boundaries, stepping into your own strengths, moves your life forward quickly, and no longer feeling burdened by the weight of the world, but feeling like life is moving forward. It's like all of a sudden you start to feel like you're really in the game when it comes to life, and things start moving forward pretty quickly. Adriana, will he end in Central Cargo or DHL? Okay, will he end in Central Cargo? I think he ends in Central Cargo. That comes up higher than DHL. Beautiful one, love. You have a wish around love. Growth and transformation comes in around a love relationship. If you're not with anyone right now, you could meet somebody around work or school. It also looks like somebody from your past could be coming back, feeling like you're being guided by the divine. Success comes in possibly around a relationship with a Libra. Huh. Pinky Lee, General. You got a soulmate relationship coming in. If you're not already in it, there's a new beginning starting, a new journey, possibly with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, feeling like the world is at your feet, paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Ambition returns to your life, and life starts to move forward quickly around a new love interest. And life starts to move forward in general pretty fast. No longer holding yourself back brings in a little bit of adventure and also some extra money. Ina, love. Got a soulmate connection coming in. A lot of people are getting the soulmate card. Things should be picking up for a lot of people. Love cup here is full. Fire sign comes in. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Feeling prepared, listening to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. Please listen to it. Life changes for the better quickly. And the next relationship that you enter should have a lot of potential. Long-term potential. Ella, how long will the Capricorn and his girl last? Well, there is long-term potential here. I I don't know how long they've been together, but it looks like there's long-term potential here. They could be together for a little while. I mean, I won't say forever, but Four of Wands is positive that things could last for a little while. Or it could be a long-term relationship. Um, let me go back up. Boss lady, love. You've got some passion coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, around an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that happens out of the blue when you least expect it. It also looks like you may be moving on to greener pastures and starting a new journey with this person. If you're not with anyone right now, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain finally. Now, if you already are with somebody right now, I would say that your current relationship takes on a little bit more stability. Passion comes in, communication picks up, and you're starting a new journey that could possibly take you guys on a trip to water, by water, or around water. Cinnamon, do you think that I will be successful with my vlog? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I do think you'll be successful. Yep. Ashley, what is A's feelings towards me? Okay, what is A feeling towards me? Thinks that you're loving, kind, stable, that you have a big heart, you're intelligent, thinks that you're unique, spontaneous, a little bit adventurous, and successful. Michelle, personal growth, where should I put my focus so that I benefit most, and how can I manifest most effectively? Okay, well, first of all, like manifesting in general, I feel like being open to possibilities, that was a huge thing for me. I would get so stuck, like, and I used to say that I couldn't tell if I was just being stubborn or if there was like an intuitive thing. Like whatever the situation was. Like let's just say, for example, I was waiting to get a call back from a job. Sometimes I would feel like I knew, like I could just feel it in my bones that I wasn't going to get the job. And I couldn't tell if that was an intuitive thing, like I just knew they weren't going to hire me, or was I bamboozling myself? You know what I mean? Like it was hard for me to tell. So what I started doing, and this was, I think it was when I was working with Veronica Isles, she said that when you have such strong feelings like that, just being open to the possibility of whatever happening. So in that situation, instead of being like, oh my God, I just know they're not going to call, like just feeling that in my gut, then I would just say to myself, but you know what? I'm open to the possibility that it's possible that they do call, and it's possible that a job better shows up for me, or it's possible that I come up with something that's even better than I thought of before, or whatever. And just feeling like, well, do you think it's possible? Like sometimes I would just ask myself, well, is it possible? And it is possible. Like it is possible that you get a call back from the job interview. Like that's possible. And I'd be like, yeah, okay. And then even like, especially in this year, I'll say things to myself like, Yeah, but it's 2020 and look at what's gone on this year. Anything can happen this year. Anything can happen this year. And just putting that out into the universe, I think it helps bring in possibilities because you're just putting out there that you're open to the fact that just about anything can happen in 2020 because I don't think that anybody saw this coming the way the whole year has been. And if that can happen, then why can't you get a call back from a job? Obviously, right? Like if somebody were to have told me last November that I wouldn't be teaching yoga right now, I would be like, what? Yoga's my life. Of course I'm going to be teaching yoga. Why wouldn't I be teaching yoga? Oh, a virus is going to come in and it's going to shut down everything. I'd be like, what are you, crazy? That's not going to happen. And we're going to be shut down for how long? And I'm going to have to teach how yoga wearing a mask? What? Like, so if that can happen, right, being open to the possibility of new business opportunities coming in, being open to the possibility that new people enter your life, that can take your life in different directions in general. New recreational activities, new social activities, new business opportunities, it's all possible. And I think that that's helped tremendously. Anyway, personal growth, where should I put my focus? Well, it looks like you got a lot of personal strength. That seems to be a huge thing for you between now and the end of the year, focusing on your own personal strength, which is very interesting. Like we're stronger than we really believe we are. And we're really very resilient. So I would focus more on the personal strength that you have. And you know what's funny here? You've got the power of manifestation right here with the magician. You got intelligence, your life changing for the better quickly. So I think the best thing that I can say to you is to just be open to the possibilities that things can change for the better by the minute, and that you never know what tomorrow can bring, and it can be positive and it can be better than you thought, because that's the truth. I mean, it could be a business deal. These things happen just quickly. I had a yoga student. Now, I don't know her whole story, but she was in investment banking, I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was investment banking. Anyway, I think that her and her husband owned the company, and something along the lines happened where she had to make some kind of a sale. I don't know all the details, but she said that she had gotten so frustrated with the job and nobody was investing money or whatever was happening. And there was it was actually Ashira Star Goddess, her book that I read on manifesting with dark matter. And it was really a simple meditation. So I used to teach it at the end of my yoga classes. And basically how I walk them through it. And if you have interest in reading Ashira's book, I believe I have the meditation on my page under, I think, meditations. And in the link in that description, I think I put a link to her where you could buy her book. It was on Amazon and it wasn't expensive, a couple of bucks. Anyhow, so basically I would walk the students through a meditation where you imagine yourself sitting on top of the earth and looking out into the night sky where there's a big movie theater, right? And on the movie theater, you're watching something play out that you wish takes place in your life in reality. Anyway, I did this at the end of every yoga class for a while. So this girl who was taking my class, and she wasn't like a regular. She came sometimes. She happened to come and take this meditation that I did. And she said that she was so desperate, she was willing to try anything, that every day she went out into the backyard. It was in the summertime, and she just sat by the pool and she just did this meditation, and she just focused on watching the movie theater, and she did it every day. It takes like 5 minutes. And she said that somebody called her, and she wound up getting it was like a $1.7 million investment in whatever. And the person called her because he said that he trusted her from years ago, and it was somebody that she had lost contact with. And so she sent me a thank you card for teaching her that meditation. And I was like, I mean, it was really nothing that I did. I just passed it along, and it actually came from the book that I read from that Ashira wrote. But anyhow, so the point is like, she was like, I was so desperate, I was willing to try anything, that I just sat outside and I did this meditation every day. And she's like, when that call came through that I was going to be his investment banker and he was investing that type of money, she's like, I could not believe the power that I had. Like, what are the chances that that happens? And I was like, we really do have a lot of power. We just don't believe that we have it. And she said, she was like, and I almost felt desperate. And I used to always say, watch out for desperation, because when you feel desperate, that ties up the energy, right? You just want to throw it out into the universe like, you know what? I'm super powerful, and tomorrow I could meet someone who's going to make me invest $150 million into the savings account or whatever it was that she did. And it worked for her, and it turned their business around. Anyway, so anyone can do it. And when you don't believe, like, she's like, I didn't even believe it. She's like, I didn't even believe it could happen. So it's something to think about. Just throw it out willy-nilly into the universe and watch things unfold. Beautiful one, General. You've got good luck coming into your life. Oh man, you got growth and transformation coming in. You got passion coming in. You've got a new business opportunity coming in around a wish. You might have a Capricorn come in that may be a business thing, could be significant. And your persistence pays off. That's not bad. Nice business stuff. Got a lot of exciting stuff happening around you. Michelle, how can I completely close the past? Because sometimes the pain comes up out of nowhere. What's missing? Well, I think that that's just time. I think time heals that. And I also think that when your life really starts to move forward, that will go away. That pain will dull. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't go away. You know, old wounds will resurface. That's just what happens. You know, you can find yourself 10 years from now talking about something that happened 20 years ago. Just because it's part of your journey and it's part of your story. And it's unfortunate, but we have to feel pain. It sucks. But you know what? It does look like you've made a decision to move forward, and you have made a lot of strides, and you've seen that in your life. Even though there could be times where pain, I think we all have that. But you're no longer holding yourself back, and you have nice things coming in. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility, which will then push you over the, you know, the edge. You know, at a certain point, things don't hurt anymore. You know, like I remember when my dog Kayla died, I remember crying so hard. Like I felt like I was never going to stop crying. Like I never thought the pain would go away. And I can still cry right now thinking about her, but I've healed, right? It's healed. That has healed. But every now and again, like one time I walked into Petco or PetSmart or one of those, and they had a big, huge sign hanging from the ceiling, and it was a Weimaraner that was in the ad, and it took my breath away because it just looked so much like Kayla, and I got choked up. Like the pain is always there. It doesn't, you know, it's still going to be there. It just is, for the most part, it's going to be dull. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have your moments, because once somebody hurts you, it's like that pain. It's very hard for that to go away when you've trusted somebody or you cared about someone and they proved to not be the person that you thought that they were, or they've betrayed that trust. And then it's like, how did I not see this coming? How was I so blind to this? So I don't think that that's something that ever goes away 100%, but it does look like you've made a lot of good strides in a short amount of time, and you're heading in the right direction. The further away that you get from that pain, the easier it's going to be and the duller it's going to get. Every now and again, it's going to pop up. It's going to rear its ugly head, because that's what happens. Like that's, you know, we all have those moments. You know, that's just you like stupid shit. Like I was in 6th grade, right? And back then, I don't know if they still have them, but everybody had these stupid books where you would, the end of school, like you would write something dumb in the person's book, like to remember the person by. Like when we were going to, we were all going to junior high together. Like we would sound like we were leaving the country. Anyway, I remember going up to this one kid. I mean, I had gone to school with these kids since kindergarten, and I went up to him to ask him to sign my book, and he said, "Why are all the unpopular girls asking me to sign their book?" And I remember being really hurt by that. And I didn't even like him. You know, I was just asking him to sign my book. And I remember, and like every now and again, like that pops up. Like, why did he say that to me? And why did he think that was okay to say to me? But I was 12 years old. But every now and again, that something reminds me of that. So that, you know, it happens. It comes up. And to tell you the truth, if I saw him tomorrow, I probably would be like, "You fuck you." I mean, I wouldn't look at you twice now. But back then, and I wasn't interested in him. I was 12, but I was really hurt by that comment. Like, why would you say that to somebody? And then he was like, "Oh, yeah, just kidding." No, but you weren't kidding. You weren't. You weren't kidding. And it was okay for you to say something hurtful to me. And here it is, how many years later, and it still crosses my mind from time to time. Anyway, once again, it shows more about his character than mine, because I would never talk like that to anybody. So fuck him. But it's still hurtful. Adriana, do you think that we'll be having a long distance relationship, or will he be in the same city, or it just won't continue? Okay, let's see. Do you think that we'll be having a long distance relationship? It could be long distance for a bit. I mean, and who knows, maybe then he winds up moving to the same city as you. There's potential here, so it can go several different ways, but there's opportunity here. 70% chance it starts off as a long distance relationship. Let's see what happens after that. You know, things are bizarre the way they work out. Like, you guys may not be living in the same city, and you might have a better relationship, and you may be closer, not living together, and that could make the relationship grow more. And who knows, maybe then he ends up in your city. So I wouldn't get too hung up right now about this distance or where the relationship is going, because there's potential, and when there's potential and there's feelings, there's more that can come, and all those things can get worked out. That you can work that stuff out. Maybe you're long distance for 6 months, and then he moves to the same city as you, or something happens, or something changes. But there's potential here, so I wouldn't worry so much about that. Jay, where does Amy think she stands with me right now? She does think that you like her, and she does think that things are, for the most part, in balance, but she doesn't think that the timing is right yet. So she may feel like it's coming, or like something more is going to happen, but she doesn't feel like it's there yet. Magician, does Gordon the Leo have any feelings for me? I'm a Gemini. All right. Yeah, I do think he has feelings for you. Yeah. Let me go back up to the top. Ammon's current thoughts and energy towards me. Okay. All right, I don't know where you are in this situation, but it's like things are slow right now, or the energy around the situation is slow. It doesn't look like there's much ambition around the situation. Chariot's in reverse, and so is the Knight of Wands. Things just may be in a slow, they may be a little stuck for a while here. Archie, may I ask for a general this week? Okay, what's happening for this week? You got the sun coming out, which is happiness comes in around your life. It also looks like you have the Four of Wands around the Two of Cups, which could be long-term relationship or potential with a long-term committed relationship. If you're not in a relationship right now, you have an Aries coming in. And it could be a committed relationship with long-term potential. It would be new energy, I believe. No longer holding yourself back. It also looks like this week is positive when it comes to money. You got money coming in. Pinkie Pie. Will I marry CR? Okay, let's see. I don't see marriage coming in. No, not now anyway. Jay, where do I stand with Amy right now? She thinks about you constantly. She spends a lot of time thinking about you. I think that she really feels like there's cause for celebration. I think that she thinks that the two of you have a good connection. She's very moody. If she feels like she's well prepared and like there's growth and transformation coming around the situation. Thing is that she's moody, right? So this is who she is. And like even in a relationship with her, she may be a little bit tough to deal with at times. Let's see. I did that one. How about Maria? What does Geo think about me? Okay, what does Geo think about Maria? Has a lot of respect for you. Thinks that you're very perseverant. You're very successful, intelligent, smart, attractive, spontaneous, unique, and creative. Ashley, how many more weeks or days until a Sagittarius asks me out to be his girlfriend? I'm not sure if he's going back to his ex. I want marriage and kids within the future. I'm a Taurus and he's a Sagittarius. Okay. All right, let me take a look here. Okay, your love life is changing for the better quickly, and you've got people coming in around you. I don't see a Sagittarius here, though. There is a Virgo. There's a new journey that comes in around a Virgo. Also, possibly an Aquarius. Definitely starting a new journey, and a wish comes in when you meet somebody quickly out of the blue when you least expect it. The Nine of Wands, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain and you can exhale. Happiness comes in around your love life, but I don't see a Sagittarius here. And it looks like listening to your intuition pushes your love life forward quickly. I wouldn't, if you're looking for a serious relationship and you want to get married and have kids in the near future, Sagittarius may not be the one. Yeah, I'm not seeing that right now. Sailor, how is the Libra man feeling about me today? How's the Libra man feeling about me today? The Libra man thinks that you're successful, thinks that you're intuitive, creative, has a lot of respect for you, thinks that you're grounded, stable, loyal, strong, and attractive. Shan Mona, can you tell me about this guy, Joseph, I just met? Okay, let's see what's going on here with Joseph. Listen to your intuition. Financially, he might be very stable. He may have money. It also looks like he's got a lot of passion, and there's good luck around the situation. You may feel like you're guided by the divine to be with him or around him, and you could be starting a new journey. You may have to make a decision to walk away from things in your past or what's been going on around you that's not working for you. If you shut the door on something that isn't working, things with this guy may move forward pretty quickly. Moving on to greener pastures. Four of Wands. There could be long-term potential around a relationship with him. You might need to have a little bit of patience. It may not unfold as fast as you want it to. There's opportunity here. I would give it a chance and get to know him a little bit better, and let's see where it goes. Long-term potential, Four of Wands. Things moving forward to greener pastures. Not a bad thing. Sepia. On most of my readings, the Judgment and Temperance cards always almost show up. What does that mean in general? Okay. Well, there's a couple of things. Judgment is usually being guided by the divine. It also could be coming to a crossroads. So judgment could be like let's just say, for example, you were back and forth with somebody for, I don't know, 5 years. And then, like, you might come to a point where you're like, you know what? I have to make a decision to end this. That could be the Judgment card. Now, it also could be, I mean, there's so many different ways it could work out. It could be, I was back and forth with somebody for 5 years, and then I cut them out of my life, and then all of a sudden I ran into them at the convenience store. And then it's like, okay, now they're back. Being guided by the divine has brought these people back together. So it could be like, well, I thought that I ended things, and I thought that was the right decision, but fate brought him back into my life. So that can happen that way. Temperance can be a couple of things. It can be like patience, compassion, serenity. It could be feeling really good, right? It could be a relationship where two people are in a relationship that's pretty peaceful. It's pretty harmonious. But it also may mean that you need to have patience. So you could be in a situation with somebody where it's on again, off again, and you're not really getting what you want, and you may need to have patience. It also could be that you get to a point with somebody where, you know, finally now I can breathe a sigh of relief. Things are starting to move forward. And like temperance is like serene and peaceful. Like, I don't have to worry about it. Is he going to call tomorrow? The relationship is just peaceful. You know, it's that kind of a thing. So both of them are usually pretty positive cards, the way that I see them. You know, at the worst, temperance is like you might have to have patience. But temperance is also compassion. So it can be like you may have to have compassion for your other person, or you may have to have compassion for yourself, or there's just a compassionate relationship where you guys can feel each other's pain and sympathize with one another. I think that they're both pretty decent cards. Kiki, how does Zach feel about me right now? How does Zach feel about me right now? Feels like you're happy, you're intelligent. The Nine of Wands is like feeling like I've made it to the top of the mountain, or I've accomplished quite a lot. That you're spiritually connected, you're intuitive, hardworking, and that you're sincere. And X, what's going on between Tala and I? Okay. All right, I don't know what kind of a relationship this is, but it looks like there may be anxiety around the situation. Somebody may be feeling like the relationship is burdening, or like things are not moving forward the way they want them to. There also could be an argument around this situation. One person may feel like they put in a lot of work and the other person doesn't, so the relationship could be going out of balance. And you might be feeling like things are not moving forward quick enough, or that somebody is not putting in any perseverance. If I had to, all right, I don't know if this is a romantic relationship or not, but the way that the cards read is that one person puts in a lot of effort and doesn't see much of a payoff, and the other person doesn't put in enough effort. And that could throw the relationship out of balance. Regardless of whether it's romantic or not, it doesn't really matter. Relationships don't work when they're not in balance. So if this falls out of balance, that could be where the argument comes in. Let's see what happens. I don't know where you are in this situation. Anthony, what will happen to the Cancer chick and the Leo guy? Do you see them completely disappear from her life? I don't know why she is attached to that guy. I want him out of her life. He's not a good guy. That guy's not staying in her life. There's no way. She's going to learn the hard way with that guy. Yeah. That situation's not lasting. I mean, he may be there for a little while, but he's not going to be there forever. There's no way. And she's going to be, she doesn't see him for what he is right now. But I would think before the end of the year, while we're still in this energy where people are exposing themselves for who they are, she should be shown. And if she doesn't want to see it, it's going to be it's going to be a ruder awakening. You know, if somebody is showing you who they are and you refuse to believe it, it's going to be 10 times worse. Like, it keeps getting worse. Like, you got to believe them. When they show you that they're a piece of shit, believe that. Yeah, she's not seeing him yet for what he is, but she's going to. She's going to be heartbroken, too. But you know what? Like, we all got to sometimes learn the hard way. Cinnamon, after the video I sent him, what is his next action towards me? Okay, let's see. Listen to your intuition. So he is undecided. He's got the Two of Swords in reverse. He doesn't know what he wants to do. And he may feel like he has no choice right now. But there will be room for growth and evolution around this situation. But I don't know. He's undecided at best right now. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. He doesn't know what he wants to do. I don't know what the video said or what the message was, but comes in Two of Swords in reverse is indecision. Like, what am I going to do now? I don't know. Or he may even feel like I am stuck between a rock and a hard place. Kiki. What happens in December and January? Okay. Your intuition is heightened. You also have a creative project that you're working on. Page of Pentacles. You could be working on a side business or making some extra money somehow. Life changes for the better quickly. You have an earth sign that comes in. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Being guided by the divine brings balance back into your life over December and January, starting a new journey. Could be something creative, and there's also a new business opportunity. With this in the Page of Pentacles, you've got a new business opportunity happening here. You got nice stuff happening. Look out for an earth sign too. That could be, that might not be a love thing. It may have something to do with a side business or a business opportunity. Michelle, what's coming in for me in 2021? Love, general, career, and finance. Okay. Finances and career always come up very strong around you. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Feeling like finally the hard work I've put into my career is paying off. I've got choices and decisions to make around career that bring in strong finances and also ignite my passion when it comes to career and business. I'm not concerned with your careers, and your businesses always looks good. When it comes to love, you've got a Leo coming in. You've got success around a love relationship, but you have choices. You've got a Pisces around you. Listen to your intuition. You've got an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Love life changes for the better quickly in 2021. You know, all that old bullshit that you feel still resurfaces, it may start to dissipate in 2021. Got a lot of good stuff here. Being guided by the divine moves your love life forward slow and steady, but slow and steady wins the race. Starting a new journey when it comes to love, growth and transformation around you, your life in general, and you're moving forward to greener pastures. You've got new business opportunities coming in. You've got disappointment moving into the past, sharp energy moving into the past, and 2021 looks like a good year for you when it comes to love. You're going to have some choices, and I think that you're going to find a stable relationship in the beginning part of 2021 if you're not there yet, or if you're not there before the end of 2020. NX, will Tala meet up with me today? Is he speaking to other women? Okay. Is he going to meet up with me today? Yeah, he could meet up with you today. Is he speaking to other women? He could be speaking to other women, yeah. But I do think he's going to meet up with you today. Or at least his intentions are to meet up with you. Yeah. Kiki, should I hang out with Seth? Can I trust him? Yeah, I think you can trust him for the most part. I would meet up with him. Yeah, give him a chance. NX, should I cut off Tala? All right, I don't know everything that's gone on in this situation, but it does look like there's a lot of disappointment around this situation, and it doesn't look like it turns into exactly what you want. I don't know how long you've been around this person, but I would, have a conversation, see what their ideas are and where they think the relationship is going. It does look like things are a little disappointing around this person. Look, having nothing to do with cards, just in general, I would always say to somebody, If it's been over a year and things are not where you want them to be, I would reassess how you feel about the situation and what you want. If it's only been like you've only known them a couple of months, you know, maybe you've gone out a couple of times and it hasn't gelled yet, I would give it a little bit more time, because sometimes you just need a little bit more time. Sometimes it just doesn't happen all of a sudden. But if this has gone on over a year and it's been back and forth and you don't really know where you stand, or you're feeling like it's just one disappointment after the next, then I would really think about whether or not you want to keep this person in your life, because usually things don't change that much. And according to the cards, like, there's a lot of disappointment around this. And I feel like life is too short to, like, I hate to say it like this, but I've felt this way for myself before. Like, I'm sitting in the pumpkin patch waiting for the great pumpkin. Like, remember the great pumpkin, Charlie Brown, where Sally's sitting in the pumpkin field waiting for the great pumpkin, and she really believes he's going to show up. Does he show up? No, of course not, because there was no great pumpkin, or whatever the story was. It was the great pumpkin, right? Anyway, so it depends how long this has gone on. And if it's over a year or so, I would think about keeping your options open, seeing who else is around, and maybe taking life in a different direction. Jay, how is Amy feeling about us both being water signs? Okay. How does Amy feel about us both being water signs? She feels that makes you guys very balanced. I don't think the two water signs are balanced, but she does. But you know what? If she's just like very surface of astrology, that's usually what they say. They usually say that water signs go with water signs. I don't believe that. But, I mean, they could. It depends on their whole chart, not just their sun signs. But she may think that that's the good thing. Yeah, and she may feel like that's lucky and that she's well prepared. So funny. Every time I hear that, like, I always laugh. I'm like, oh my God. Especially like two Scorpios. Two Scorpios. There's no secrets there. They uncover every last thing. No, I think, and I've said it before, that any two sun signs can work together. It depends what else is going on in their charts. But generally speaking, people always think water signs go together, earth signs go together, fire signs go together. And I believe there's so much more to it than that, but she thinks that that's a good thing. And it could be. I just have to see the rest of the chart to know for sure. Michelle, the rest of the year for my mom, she has cancer. What's coming in for her? Well, I hope that she's okay. So years ago, I worked for this woman who had, and I had never heard of this before. Shit, I don't remember what she called herself. She's some kind of a medical psychic. I mean, look, I would never. I mean, and I don't think that you can't go to a medical psychic, but I think you should see a real doctor too. But anyway, what she used to say is that the best thing to do energetically for someone that has cancer is to surround them with white light, like the white light, or maybe even blue light. But she said to stay away from green light. So if you were like envisioning healing, you would send her white light. Blue light's okay too, but she said not to use green, because green makes things grow. And I don't know, that just always stuck with me. Anyway, okay, what's coming in for the rest of the year for my mom? She has cancer. Well, I mean, it does look like she may come to a point where she feels like she's made it to the top of the mountain and that she can exhale. I don't know exactly what's going on with her cancer, but the 9 of Wands would be positive. It would be feeling like I've gotten over a hump. It also looks like she might have some money coming in around her, and she's got the Magician. So the Magician helps your thoughts manifest. So it would be really important for her to keep her thoughts positive this year, because she's got the power of manifestation, and we want to focus on what we want more of. It also looks like she's stepping into her own personal strength, which is a good thing. Mental state, when it comes to any kind of battling any kind of anything, strength is definitely helpful. And she's got the world at her feet. So I think that she should be, I don't know how severe the Cancer is, but the Nine of Wands is a positive sign that she's getting over a hump. Layla. I don't see yet. Let me do John, General for December. Mel, you can close them. Thanks. You may be moving forward to greener pastures with the Six of Wands in the month of December. It also looks like you've got some wish, put it out into the universe, and somebody from your past may be returning. It also looks like you have got a water sign coming in that could be significant. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also looks like 10 of Pentacles. You have a large sum of money that's on its way to you. A Capricorn may come in that could be significant, and your intuition is enhanced in the month of December. You might need to have patience when waiting for that money or the business opportunity in December, but you're prepared for it, and it should come in before the end of December. It looks like a large sum of money. Anthony, I have a funny feeling, I don't know if he's going to cheat or relocate, but I have a funny feeling that he just either blows her off, or he just, I don't know if he just breaks up with her and she doesn't see it coming. Yeah, it's not going to be a good ending for the two of them. Wait, I'm still waiting. Oh, Layla wants General. Okay. Stepping into your own personal strength. You do have money coming in. 10 of Pentacles, a large sum of money finding its way to you. Judgment card. Being at the right place at the right time brings in a new love connection if you're not with anyone right now. If you are with someone right now, it could enhance your current relationship. If you're not with anyone right now, you got a Virgo coming in who may be very persistent. Taking time for rest, relaxation recharges your batteries, and self-care is definitely, it's definitely good. Your life starts to move forward, and you may be feeling a little bit burdened by everything happening so fast, but it's all good stuff, so roll with it. The love cup is full around the soulmate relationship, so if you're not involved with anyone right now, there should be a relationship on the horizon. If you are in a relationship, this would be excellent around your current relationship. Love looks good. Okay. Saw Aria, Nor, what are Away's current feelings and thoughts towards me? Things that you're intelligent, peaceful, serene, sincere, intuitive, happy, prepared, well-balanced, attractive, and kind. Chris M. Is M going to marry P, or will it be canceled? He doesn't want to marry her. He asked me to ask this question. He doesn't want to marry her. Is this some kind of an arranged thing where he has no choice? If he doesn't want to marry her, I would tell him to get out of it. I mean, I don't know if he can. All right, I don't know the details. All right, let me just ask the question. Is M going to marry P? Is M going to marry P? I don't think he's going to marry her. No, I don't think he's going to marry her. But if he doesn't want to, it's much easier to not go through with it than it is to get out of it after it's done. So I would definitely advise him to do what he can to get out of that. All right, let me do the moderators. He's got no choice. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Let me do Empress. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, Adam's current thoughts and energy towards me. He's feeling a little stuck. Energy around the situation is a little stuck. It's a little bit out of balance. But he definitely thinks that you're very intelligent, thinks you have a lot of potential, and thinks that there is room for growth and transformation around this situation. But the energy is very stuck and stagnant. Mel, General. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. Perseverance takes you to a place where you feel like finally all the hard work I've put out, now it's starting to come back to me. Got a Virgo coming in who could be of significance, Page of Pentacles. Maybe starting a business of your own. And that could bring in extra money. Who knows, at some point in your life, you may switch over to only having your own business and no longer working for a company or whatever it is that you do during the day. Walking away from something that no longer serves you, moves your life forward, brings the world to your feet. And that personal business may be something of a creative nature. General for tomorrow from Mel. Well, you got the Two of Cups here. If you don't have any love interests around you right now, a new one could show up that might be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. It also looks like you have cause for celebration, possibly around a money issue tomorrow. There's ambition, and listen to your intuition when it comes to a money issue tomorrow. Feeling spiritually connected. You may need to have a little bit of patience, whatever this money issue is, but things look like it works out in your favor and that you're prepared for your life to move forward to greener pastures and no longer feeling stuck. Tomorrow should be a good day. Sepia, personal and professional career. Okay. Okay, I think that you're going to have a couple of choices when it comes to like jobs that like are like working for somebody else. I think that even before the end of the year, there's a possibility of two places that could have potential, and you're prepared for it. You may have a couple of new opportunities that would feel like you're moving on to greener pastures, and you would feel very strong in the connection to these places, and you may have to make a decision as to which direction you want to take that, you know, which place you work for. There may be a decision that you have to make, like, do I want to go to this place or do I want to go to that place? That's all fine, well, and good, but I still think that you're going to have a side business. Growth and transformation comes in around a side business that's like starting a new journey that brings balance and money into your life. And you may be putting a lot of time and effort into this side business, and it might take time to see it pay off. But once it pays off, it may be something that proves to be pretty lucrative. You got good luck around a side business. You know, if you have something on the side that is all your own, it can make working for somebody else that much easier. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, I have this side business that one day could grow and I may not need to work for anybody else ever again. And in the meantime, until you get there, it can make the working for somebody else not so bad, because it's like, well, I have this on the side. At some point, all the hard work I've put into this will pay off, and I might, excuse me, not need to work for somebody else. That comes up around both of you, Sepia and Mel. So let's see what happens there. I always like something on the side only because I feel like with all these companies, they don't care. Like they really don't care. Like you can work for a company for X amount of years and then you go in one day and all your passwords have been changed and they treat you like a criminal and they throw you out. And it happened to me. And it's so devastating to be treated that way. I know that companies have to protect themselves and they have to protect their other employees, but to be treated like that, it's just awful. And I would hate to, that's why when it happened to me, I was glad it happened to me and not my coworkers, because they didn't have any other jobs at the time. I did. But to know that you've got something else going on, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, so I just like that. Yeah, I mean, it's anyone that's ever been laid off. I mean, when you go in and your passwords don't work, every time after that for the rest of your life, and your password doesn't work, you're like, oh God, that's it. I'm over. It's done. It's terrible. See, like that shows you how deep the trauma really affects us. You know, like I was laid off from that job in 2012, and in recent months I've tried to sign in to like the yoga studio, and I can't get my password to sign in, and I immediately start panicking and sweating, because that's just like, that's how deep the trauma is. Yeah, you don't forget that feeling, no. And they treat you like, you know, like, I mean, I think I had to sign something saying that I was never going to come back on the property again. Like, really? Like, yeah. And like they stood over me while I cleaned out my desk. And I almost felt like I worked here for 14 years. Like, you expect me to clean this out in like 5 minutes? And you're all standing over me? Like, it was just awful. Yeah, yeah, I know. I had to give them my key and they changed. I know. It's that. And meanwhile, you didn't do anything wrong. Like, you know, it's not like I hacked into the bank account and I looted the money. It's awful. Oh my God. All right, guys, I am going to go. Thank you all for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, although today feels like Sunday. Tomorrow is Friday. Today isn't Sunday. So tomorrow, I should be back on my regular routine, kind of. All right, let me just do this one last person. Hang on. Why is the Aquarius communicating with me one day and then disappears another? That's just that. Aquarians are like that. My best friend's an Aquarius. You never know what to expect from her. Aquarians are very loyal people, but they don't always act the way you expect them to act because they're Aquarians. Although this person, see, you may be feeling a lot of injustice around this situation, and it may lead to heartbreak. Not because this person's doing anything wrong, but you may just never understand why they act like that, and that's just how they are. Things could change, though. Look, you got the Eight of Wands. Things could change for the better between you and this Aquarius, and you could get a new beginning. But I would just be careful. You know, Aquarians are like that. My best friend's an Aquarius, and I say it all the time. She like, I won't hear from her for like months, which is fine because that's just how things are when you get older. And then she'll show up like randomly at one of my yoga classes, and I won't know she's coming. She'll just show up, and then she'll be like, "Oh, we're going out to dinner after this," and I'm like, "I don't even have clean clothes." And she's like, "It's okay, we'll go like this." I'm like, "I don't have my wallet," and she's like, "I'll pay for it, no big deal." Like, that's just how she is. And then there are times where she'll be like, "Okay, we're gonna go to this Halloween party on Tuesday night," and I'll be like, "Okay," and I'll get a costume, and then she'll be like, "Nah, I don't want to go," or yeah, something came up, or I feel bloated, I don't want to leave the house. It's just how Aquarians are. So if you can deal with that and you can kind of understand how they work as people, then you kind of understand that that's just how they are. And um, Gary was an Aquarius. I felt like I feel like I have 3 planets myself in Aquarius, so I feel like I kind of understand Aquarians, although I'm not as erratic as Aquarians are. Like, Gary would be the kind of guy that, like, I wouldn't hear from him for like 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden he'd be like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and he's outside my house. Like, really? Like, that's just the way he was. But if you can understand how they operate, then you can deal with them. If you don't understand them, then they can be a handful. They're very loyal though. They are very loyal, but they just, pain in the ass. Um, all right, I'm going to go. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a good night. Bye-bye.